my dears. My name is Joanna and I welcome you to Johanna Draconis, the Deconstruction of CPTSD podcast. In this episode, we will talk about the void inside of you. This is not just related to PTSD, but is definitely one of the worst symptoms when that void turns into chest pain and it becomes painful up to no end. Like it is trying to collapse but still holding together, but you still feel the pain from it trying to collapse. It is what many drives to do a lot of things to fill it, but don't know how. So let us talk about it. I thought about it for a long time if I want to do this topic now, because actually it is one of those things you do in the later phase of healing. Because the trauma lives in the void and increases the size. It is sort of the home of the trauma. So I thought it is better to tackle first the trauma and then the void. But recently it became obvious that this is a point of great suffering and confusion for many. Additionally, you can already work towards reducing the symptoms, which is kind of important, as it takes a very long time to fill the void. It is not especially hard, but a million small bites. So let us go at it. Even non-traumatized know the void, the empty feeling inside you. Many believe you can fill it with a partner, or several partners, but that only distracts or dulls the feeling, but it is still there. Additionally, it makes us cling and clutch to the other person, as we believe we are lost without them. The surest way to lose someone sooner or later. The answer is once again short and very boring. So, let us first talk about what the void is, and then how we can fill it. I am not 100% sure what the void is, as in the correct terms. But if the soul were a house, the void would be a huge water damage that basically destroyed everything. Well, depending on which stage you are on. From it just makes a wonderful hole from top to bottom, up to only remnants are left on the walls where the stairs and walls were. So water damage ranging from happened during our trip, up to the zombie apocalypse. The greater the damage, the greater the pain, obviously. But how did a part of your soul just rot away? Well, it happens every time you are not allowed to be yourself. Simplified, of course. That means not allowed to like something or someone, or have to like something or someone, or being shamed for who you are. We must respect other people's life, but we also must respect our own. Or if something that was a part of you gets destroyed. Your bleeding heart, so to speak, causes the void. Another person cannot fill this void. Only we can. As no one can really change anything in us, except us. So you could say that the void is our heart yearning to love more and having lost too much. And we of course neglected to fill it up again. Which then of course leads us to rushing to fill it with all sorts of stuff. The classics are drugs, alcohol, attention, sex, partners, food, pain, and so on. Basically everything that usually reduces our pain and increases our happiness. Which it does, but only temporarily. Sadly, once again, you can't fix overnight what was destroyed over many years. So, with what can we fill the void? The answer, simple and easy, ourselves. Or to be more precise, with more things we love. That is why buying things, loving someone and so on seems to help at first. But they don't really fill it. See the void as an empty jar that you fill with different things. Sand, small pearls, marbles, and so much more. Depending your love to something, it is either tiny or big. But such a love only grows with time, and you can't just fill it with big marbles. You need a good mix. There's a movie who addresses this, called Runaway Bride. I'm not kidding. So, spoilers regarding the ending. The guy finds out that she ran away each time because every time she fell in love, she began copying her partner and denying her own self, symbolized by how she said she liked her ex, exactly like her partners. So that culminates in her being surrounded by circa 30 ex, each made in a different way, so she can figure out how she likes her ex. And you have to do the same thing. So I recommend a more effective method. Find out how you like and not like your ex, colors, clothes, shape of glasses, humor, fonts, nuts, political opinions, animals, games, movies, cuisine, dishes of any sort, and so on and so forth. Everything. Not just that you like it, but why you like it. I like blue because it comforts me. For example, you lost yourself, or at least a part of yourself. It needs rebuilding. And all those little things rebuild who you are. Of course, your passions are the things that shape you the most, but often they grow from exploring and finding new things. We are the sum of so many, many things. It is worth spending the time to find them. I can finally say that I'm almost healthy again. This took way too long. As usual, I hope you are all doing well. I am now looking into learning how I can get my service dog, since my dog is dying, primarily for autism. I don't know the situation in other places, but in Germany it is a nightmare. There's no official standard, which is very atypical for Germany. We have a word, a rule, a piece of paper, and a law for everything. Sadly, we suffer from what many suffer: neglect in maintaining the system. Therefore, our medical section needs some serious updates. A lot of new illnesses and medical conditions have appeared that need attention. But since there is no official standard, there are no schools, and a lot of frauds. It took me hours to even get to places that are legit. Not sure if they can help me. Such a dog costs 25,000 euros on average. They are well worth it, but I don't have so much money. So I am looking into co-training version, which costs just a few thousand. And not money I have lying around, but that is a possible number for me, with a little bit of help from my surrounding and digging a bit. But the dog would mean I would get a lot of independence back, and I don't have to stay inside if I even fear I would get a meltdown. It would allow me to live and work outside in the world, and I think that is worth it. So preferably I wish I didn't need anything and could just live my life as I am and have just pets for their amazing company. That was it for today's episode. I hope I could help you find a few answers for that gnawing void most likely inside of you. It is a bit of work, but well worth it. Also rewards you with a load of self-confidence. If you have any questions or feedback and the like, please let me know at contactme@johannatakonis.com. More information and transcript you can find as usually under johannatakonis.com/podcast and links in the description. I hope to see you next time. Watch yourself and have a wonderful time.